The number one thing that you need to know is that followers do not equal dollars. Hey, what's up? My name is Dr. LeBauer, and I'm going to teach you right now the 5 big reasons you need to start building your email list. The 5 big reasons you need to start building your email list, especially if you want to make money. Right? We all want to make money. We all want to help massive amounts of people. And right now, there's never been a better time than to build an email list. Especially if you've been in business for a while, you want to start a business, you're struggling to find new patients and clients, or maybe even you have a large Facebook group or massive following on social media, Instagram, Facebook. You need to have an email list. So what is an email list? And why is it important? Well, the number one thing that you need to know is that followers do not equal dollars. Followers do not equal dollars. Who here has followers, right? Like, I got to get followers, but they're not yours. They're Mark Zuckerberg's, or they're Sergey and Larry Brin if you have a YouTube channel. Does that make sense? Followers don't equal dollars. Well, Aaron, how do we make followers equal dollars? We got to turn our suspects and prospects into leads and then clients. We got to get them on an email list. So you might have a large social media following and you have no email list. You might be thinking, oh, email is sleazy. I don't want to send people junk mail. And that's not what I'm telling you how to do. I am going to show you how to add value to people's lives in a way that you really can't on social media, because you show up in their inbox every day or every week. Hey, if you're watching this for the first time, maybe you're watching this on YouTube, be sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell, wherever that shows up here. And comment below, let me know what your number one takeaway is. If you happen to be watching this live, comment team live. If you're watching this as a replay, just comment team replay and let me know what your big insight is. So number one, number one big reason you need to start building your email list, especially if you want to make money and help more people, is that followers are not enough. You can't just build followers. You got to own and control the traffic. The best way to own and control the traffic is with an email list, with a contact list, a database of people who've raised their hand, given you their name, phone number, email address in exchange for something valuable. It's not enough to just, hey, follow me, follow my email list, get on my email newsletter. It's like, that means nothing to people. You need to give them something of value. A free ebook. An ebook is not 300 pages. It's maybe 3 to 5 pages. It's a PDF with 5 to 10 tips. Yes, it could be really long, but why do you need to write that much? Because people won't read it all. But they need a reason to raise their hand. So how do we turn followers into dollars? We create something valuable that our audience wants, like the CashPT checklist. Like, if you're interested in launching a cash practice and you don't have the CashPT checklist, you can check out the link in my bio or go to cashptchecklist.com. It's absolutely free, and it'll run you through all the steps to launch a cash-based physical therapy practice. Or maybe you already have a business and you're trying to figure out how to get more new patients. Aaron, what are some of the best ways to market my business? Well, go to 35marketingstrategies.com. and you'll get a list of my top 35 marketing strategies that we've used to grow and scale our business to multiple 6 figures without me actually having to work there all day long. I can be on video here with you, and you're going to learn all the marketing strategies that no one's teaching you in school, no one's teaching you in the APTA, no one's teaching you in private practice section, no one in physical therapy is teaching you. Everyone's telling you to, market to physicians, buy ads at the local school gym, put ads in the newspaper, etc. Okay. The followers are not dollars. We got to move people from social media into our email list. I'm going to move people from our local workshops and presentations into an email list. Number 2 reason you need to start building your email list is because the fortune's in the follow-up. Some people may do business with you right now. Some people may respond to the buy now, schedule now button. 99% of people need to build a relationship with them. When's the last time you walked into the Apple store and bought an iPhone the first time you saw it? probably never happened. You probably went in there and looked at it for like a half hour. Then you probably went and looked it up online, and then you thought about it. You checked out your friends, and then you went in and checked it out again, and maybe you milled about, and then maybe it was the third or fourth time you went to that iPhone store, or the 10th time you looked online before you pulled the trigger on that $1,300 piece of hardware in your pocket. Because it took a lot of time for you to make the decision, or really not make the decision, but convince yourself that this is something you wanted. So you need to follow up with people. So once we turn our followers into an email list, we need to follow up with them, because was it like 70-80% of people aren't ready to buy today, but they will buy from you sometime in the next 2 years if you're top of mind. So the follow-up, the fortune's in the follow-up. That's where a majority of your money and revenue is going to be made. So even if you don't even have a business now, you think maybe one day, maybe you're a physical therapist and you've got a job and it's a good job, but you're like, I want to make more, do more. There's no better time than now to start building an email list. You can easily create a lead magnet, a training video, give it away for free, get people's name, phone number, email, plug it into your software, something like the PT email engine, and automatically deliver them the training in the follow-up email that triggers as soon as they request it. And then you could even sit down and write 3 to 5 more other follow-up emails that you've maybe already sent to someone else already before. You can just reuse that content. Maybe you already sent this to a patient or a friend about this condition, and you just say, hey, here's some more information. I'd love to give you some more information. And then they get these automated series of emails. And by the way, if you'd like to work together with me, I do some consulting or coaching or something on the side. Reply back to this message, or click on this link and apply to get on a call with me. The fortune's in the follow-up. Number 3 reason you need to start building an email list now, especially if you want to make money, is that you own the email list. I kind of alluded to this before. Your email list is something that you own. Mark Zuckerberg can't take it away from you. He can't shut down your account. There have been some in the last year when Facebook and Instagram tightened up their privacy and their rules. A lot of pelvic floor therapists got their accounts shut down because of some of the content around educating people about sex and pain with sex and all the things that they're doing, because the algorithm makes it look like they're being explicit about sex, but really they're just educating people. And you don't want to have an account with 10,000, 30,000, even 100,000, even 500 people and have it shut down because of great content you're sharing. But if you have 50% of those people on your email list, like my email list is twice as big as my Instagram follower account. Most people's email list is maybe 1/10 of their Instagram follower account. So you own the email list. You can download it and you can take it with you anytime. I can take it from one software to another. I took it from, where did I take it from? I took it from Aweber to ActiveCampaign to the PT email engine, and over to ClickFunnels for a while and back, because I've got a lot of utility with it. I can move it around because I own it, because it's an Excel file on my hard drive and I've got it backed up. You own the email list. You own the context. If this is making sense to you, please comment below. Let me know what's been most helpful for you about this. So reason number 4, the know, love, and trust factor. It's no longer enough for people to know, like, and trust you. They need to love you. So how do you get someone to love you who's not in a personal relationship with you? You have to share your story, and you have to share information. You have to help them, and you have to show up for them. And how do you do that? Just on social media, when they're you got competition with 5 million other people. If you show up in their email inbox with something of value, if you do it on a regular basis, let's say every Monday or every day, you get people looking for your email. They know when it's coming. They're expecting it. They know what they're going to get from you. And if you can build that trust factor, then people will do business with you even if they don't need the solution. Like the right client, the right customer will do business with you or buy the wrong product because they just love you. For example, I've followed Russell Brunson for a while, been on his email list, been on his webinars, learned a ton of stuff from him. When it came time to decide when his book made me a ton of money and helped me tremendously, when it came to decide what do I need for a landing page software when my WordPress theme was, needed to be updated and I was going to rebuild stuff, everything anyways, I was like, well, I'm going to use this software, use ClickFunnels, and I can share my pages with people. I can share my pages with my client. I can build multiple websites and landing pages. And it's by far, I've used Lead Pages and I've used Optimized Press and I've used all the other things. ClickFunnels converts the best. It's got a ton of utility for me. And I take people from a ClickFunnels page and I offer them a free lead magnet like the CashPT checklist or 35 marketing strategies or one of my free webinars, and I move them into my email list. You listening, you're probably on my email list. And if you're not, you should check it out, maybe with one of the links below if this is on YouTube, or you can let me know if you want a link. You check it out and see how we do it, because you need to be doing it the same way. Because we make something like, I don't know, $10 per follower or per you should be making at least $1 per email contact. So per active email contact, we're making probably $10 per active email contact per month. Like per month, $10 per month, which is a lot. And how do I do that? How do I make more per follower than most people? It's because I have a majority of my followers on my email list. And you learn to trust me. And if you don't love me, you leave, which is totally fine because you weren't going to do business with me anyways. And that leads me to another lesson is it's not your job to end the conversation. When you're sending people emails, it's not your job to end the conversation. It's their job. There's always an unsubscribe button. It's their job to end the conversation. Even if someone messages you back with some kind of like, oh, you're horrible. I did this first. You're not as good as me. Like I should be doing this. I'm like, yeah, but you're not actually doing it and you never shared it and you never wanted to. The only reason we're here right now is because I shared what I knew. And if you share what you know and you create an offer that's irresistible, people will get on your email list. It may not happen the very first time, but you have to use trial and error. Okay. 5 big reasons you need to build your email list now, especially when you want to make money. So number 1, followers are not dollars. 2, the fortune's in the follow-up. 3, you own the email list. 4, the know, love, and trust factor. 5, you can mint money anytime you want. Okay, what does that mean? Well, if people know, love, and trust you and your followers are onto your email list, if you need money, all you got to do is create an offer that people can't refuse because it actually helps them and gives them what they want. So, I'm in a couple other groups and people are like, oh, let's invest. And I want to invest in crypto because I can get some passive income or it can grow faster than the stock market. Yes, it's got a higher risk, but at the same time, I can make some money on it. Okay, great. Well, how do we buy more? Oh, well, I got to wait for that paycheck to come in. Nah, if you got an email list, you can mint money. Okay, what is that? What do I mean by that? You create an offer for a course or a program, by selling it first and then you create it later, and you've got people that know, love, and trust you. You can pitch them a product or a service, and the likelihood is if your email list is big enough, you'll have handfuls of people saying, yes, I want this too. That's just how it works. And then once you have products and courses that you know can sell, you can sell them on Evergreen. You can put people through an Evergreen Evergreen webinar, and then to launch a course or a program or a service or an Evergreen like email sequence to get on a call with you. You can mint money anytime you want. So we've automated a lot of it, but let's say I'm like, hey, you know what? I want to make some money to invest in crypto or stocks or pay for school or I don't know, buy a car. I can say, hey, how much value am I going to give to people? Here's this program I'm thinking about doing. If you'd be interested, reply to this message now. Here's what it's going to do for you. Here's what you're going to get. Here's what you're going to learn. Here's the results you're going to expect. Reply to this email now. And if you'd like to learn more about this program, and then we can pitch people into a program. And in that way, we can go out and create money out of thin air. I don't have to go get a job to do it. I've got people on my email list who've been there for years, months. Hey, some people have only been there for a day and they've decided to join our $2,500 program, right? And then I can say, oh, good, I've got money. Now I've got the ability to go out and mint money on demand. I don't have to wait for the US government to give me a check. I can create it because I've got things of value that serve people. And if you can do that, then you can create money whenever you want. That's one of the most powerful things you'll learn how to do. For instance, someone came into a group I'm in and was like, hey, what's a good side hustle? One's like, you can do all these things. The answer was, you can do all these things, but the best thing to do is figure out what you're passionate about and how can you help solve the biggest problem, and go out and survey the people in your community that follow you, who are in your world, and see like what are the problems that they're having around that subject, create content for them, and then make an offer to see if this program works. So what I'd love to know right now is, what have you learned from this video? Would you please put a comment below? That'll let me know that like what I'm saying that's coming out of my ADD brain is making sense to you. Just give me like a little thumbs up, hearts, fist bump, or even just a little comment that says, hey, Aaron, thanks so much. This is my #1 insight. That would be incredibly helpful. I'll come back and if I'll do my best to reply. But what I want to impress upon you right now is that the best day to start building your email list was yesterday. The next best day to start building your email list is right now. So the #1 thing you can do right now is figure out what kind of guide, checklist, resource, video, or training can you create for people that they'll find a tremendous amount of value in and be willing to give you their name, phone number, and email. So you can get them onto an email list and send them follow-up emails, and then eventually mint some money. Just imagine if you have a list of 100 people and one person becomes a patient of yours or a client for, let's say, $1,000, which is about half of what a patient is valued in our clinic. But let's just say $1,000. What if you have 100 people and only that's 1% conversion rate? You can make $1,000 for 1%. What if you have 10,000 people on your email list at a 1% conversion rate? You're going to make $10,000. Okay, 1% conversion rate is really low. You should probably be selling, especially like an 8-week one-on-one program, for a little bit more. But what if you can convert 10% of your program? So many people say to me, Aaron, my list isn't big enough to even start using email marketing software or using the PT email engine. And I'm like, but all we need is to get 10 people on there and one person to pay you, and it's paid for the next 2 years, right? What if we can convert 10% of 100 people? That's 10 people. What if you have 1,000 people on Instagram and we got 100 of them, 10% on your email list, and we converted 10% of them into a program? What would that do to change your life? How would that change your monthly income and revenue? What if we could convert 20% of people on your email list to some kind of program? We could double that. Do you see where I'm going with this? So there's so much potential and possibility in there. And sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes people are ready to go right now. So by the way, if you're interested in, let's say, having me write all your emails for you, you're like, Aaron, but I don't know what to write. I totally get it. I totally get it. If you're interested in having me write your emails and set up your systems and processes, deliver these automated emails, we've put together a program. It's called the PT Email Engine, because there is a little bit of a learning curve to utilizing some of this software. I know that if you passed neuroanatomy, or you went to grad school, or even undergrad, or even took an SAT, you can do this stuff. It's just, it may feel a little intimidating, but for some people, they're like, that's not my wheelhouse, and I would rather just have it, delivered and done for me. And, so you can have this to build a list and convert your prospects to patients. If you want me to do that for you and set you up with that, all you got to do is DM me the words email engine, or DM me the word email engine or email, and I'll send you some details about how we can set you up with a PT Email Engine account for just $1. And we'll get you set up so that you can generate leads. And if you love it, great, and we'll send you details about what happens after your $1 for 30 days. If you don't, but I guarantee you, if you want to grow a business and you want to make some more money, even building a side hustle or a 7-figure business, you need to be using email to communicate with your prospects, your clients, your customers, because really it is the best asset your business could ever have. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Why don't you just go ahead and like this, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop me a comment below, and look out for the next video, and we'll see you soon. Peace.